In an interview last week, Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche
can't go off script.
said that any victim that wants to speak with the department has done so, hopefully. Well, thanks to the incredibly brave people sitting here behind you, we can actually ask them if that's true. Now, with the survivors and victims who are here, please stand up one more time. Just by show of hands, how many of you or your loved ones actually have met with the Department of Justice and provided testimony and estimate and evidence? None. And of those of you who have not met, which is everyone, how many of you have reached out either individually or through a lawyer or representative to offer to provide testimony and evidence? All of them. And of those of you, all of you who have reached out, how many of you were denied or ignored by the Department of Justice? All of them. And despite the shameful and despicable efforts by Ms. Bondi and her department to intimidate you, how many of you are still willing to speak to the Department of Justice? All of them. Well, Ms. Bondi, it looks like you have some more witnesses to talk to.
The reason why I want to play that is that the Epstein's victims, many of them, a good majority of them, were actually in the courtroom. They were standing back there.
There was one redaction out of over 4,700, and we invited you in.
Was she laughing? What's that?
There was one redaction.
Mind you, like,
this is a crazy situation. And I think recently they said that there is no more investigations that they plan to do, but you haven't talked to any of the victims. I don't get what's going on here. Do you care about what's going on or do you not? It sounds like to me, which we know for a fact is what Donald Trump has been trying to do. He's been trying to move on from the Epstein files the moment he became president. Yeah, they used it to help him get elected with JD Vance, Kash Patel, Dan, a bunch of MAGA content creators constantly talking about it. And then once he became president, they tried their hardest to forget about it. They had a whole spectacle. It was like, oh yeah, the files is on my desk and all that bullshit. And then once push comes to shove, nothing. Zilch. And all this pressure we're putting that is being put on the MAGA administration to release these files, and they're trying their hardest to redact certain information, prolong the amount of files that they're releasing because they only release half to, I think it was 3 million out of 6 million. And now they just want to move on altogether. Donald Trump even said, see, there's nothing, so now we can move on. We know what's actually going on. Come on now.